Hi dolls, I'm back. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I took off a little bit. I took off last week just to like chill and enjoy the holiday, so I hope that you did too, but I am back. I'm ready for more videos, and I thought let me do something holiday but now for Christmas. So I did do a red festive cranberry eye tutorial a couple videos back, but I've been really wanting to play with green shadow because green is not very approachable to everybody, and I figured, I mean, we didn't have enough green in my Beetlejuice tutorial or anything, so I figured let's just do some more green. If you can't tell, I love the color green. May sprinkle in some like cute glitter. I don't know, we'll see where it goes. I have a vision of what I want to do in mind, but who really knows what'll happen on my face because it never comes out the way I envision, so that's that. As usual, I already have my face makeup done. Just for the sake of me, I don't switch up my face stuff that much, guys. I will tell you a few things that I have been throwing back into my face foundation base routine. I use this all the time still, tried and true, but I've been mixing in the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation to this. I used to use this a lot, and mixing these two together, really nice and long wearing, and I find that it creates a better shade match when I use something a little warmer and a little more neutral together. So that's what I've been using on my face. I've been playing with some new powders. So I tried this L'Oreal Hydra Perfect powder. I really like this. I've never heard of this before, but I found someone on YouTube that was using this. It's actually a nylon powder, so it doesn't create like dryness like a talc or mica powder would. Super loving this. Also have been using this little tiny, I don't know if you can see this, Cover FX powder sample, and I'm probably gonna buy the full size of this because I am loving this one as well. This is translucent light. Definitely need to get a bigger size. This is lasting a long time though, guys. Like for a little tiny nugget powder, love that. And what else have I been switching around? And I've been using this as my bronzer now. This is just a Fit Me powder in a darker shade. It's golden caramel, and it's been working, oops. It's been working really nicely for bronzer for me. Not too dark and blends really nice. So that's what's on my face right now. My Amrezy highlight, as always, eyebrows, the same routine as usual. So without dabbling on too much, maybe I should tell you what the heck we're freaking using today. I wanted to dive into this beauty right here. Look how freaking big this is, guys, compared to my head. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, this is the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette, and I have been looking at this for so long, and I finally just caved because I knew I was going to, and I bought it. And this is, if you don't know, this is what it looks like on the inside. Oh my goodness. Like, if this side doesn't say me, I don't know what does. I am obsessed with these shades. That's why I bought it. And then you can really get some nice everyday neutral eye looks out of this side. So I understand why it's called the Gemini palette. It's very two-sided. No shade there to any Geminis out there. And this black, let me just say from swatching it, this may be the blackest, this might be the blackest black eyeshadow I've ever touched and felt in my whole life. And I'm assuming it applies just as nicely. So we're going to be using the matte greens from in here today. And then for a little bit more of a wearable green on the eyelid and some shimmer, I'm going to be cracking into the Desi x Katy Dose of Colors Friendcation palette, and I'm going to be using, mine's a mess, I've been playing with it, but I'm going to be using Dirty Money over here because it's green, but it's green without being too green. So this is going to be a very grinchy holiday green tutorial. So saddle up if you're looking to see how I create this look. I still don't even know what this is really going to look like, but let's just play with some fun makeup today. I need to get back in the swing of things, so let's just dive right in. Alright guys, so I went ahead, did my huge, primed my eyes with my concealer, which is always Catrice. I never switch it up, sorry. And set it with my little Wet n Wild Brulee single, which I've been really liking, just to like lay down a nice base color for shadow so everything's nice and smooth. And since we're working with like greens that I haven't played with really before, I don't know how they're gonna work, so I'd rather like use them on a set eye base versus like just putting my concealer on and leaving it tacky, because I don't know how these are gonna grab. Greens can be a little tricky, so for that reason I set it with a little bit of powder, and now we are ready to blend away. Well, if this ends up not being holiday, whatever, I still think this is Grinch approved makeup, and that says holiday to me. So I'm gonna take my handy dandy trusty BH number 5 brush, Signature Rose Gold, as usual. I swear to God I have 500 brushes and I use the same 20 brushes. I'm gonna go into the shade Mochi over here, which is a super mustardy yellow green, and I'm going to just start blending that out into the crease. So I feel like this color is gonna be pretty because it's going to pull out the gold in the shade from the Dose of Colors palette, since that has like a really pretty green gold shift. So I figured let's get some like mustardy tones up in here, start working. I really think this brush is dirty, so you're gonna have to, excuse me, I have to freaking clean this because there's like red eyeshadow in here, so be right back. As you can see, I was like, okay, let's see if there's any red left on this brush, and I threw caution to the wind and just picked up a whole crap ton of shadow and threw it on my eye, but looks really pretty so far. I like the tone. Very mustardy. I feel like this could go, like it looks very green in the pan, like yellow green, but I feel like this could just go really nicely with any neutral look and just bring a little bit of a different color to it. I think we're gonna cut the crease today too, because what says holiday like a cut crease? Just, it's like going to the holiday party and just doing the most. I feel like that just says holiday to me. I mean, maybe that's just me, I don't know. But I'm just gonna buff this all the way up. We're taking this shiz high today because I feel like being dramatic, and you know, just using, I've really been trying to avoid windshield wiper motions with my blending, and I've been literally doing circles, just circle, circle, circle one way and all the way back, and I've been getting such a better blend overall. So little pro tip, if windshield wipers is making your shadow look patchy, I highly suggest start using circular blending motions and seeing if your blend looks better that way. And I always try and start out here and blend inward because you want to place the most shadow on the outer edge versus on the inside, and then you can't blend it out and it closes off your eye. So really just going back and forth. I particularly should be using a smaller blending brush for this, but I don't because I blow my shadows out very wide. But for someone that has less space between their crease and their brow bone, I would use a smaller blending brush, but I just don't really freaking care. This is blending out super nicely. I just keep packing on color because I keep talking and probably not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm gonna go into a more true green with less yellow in it. I'm gonna go into the shade Leo, and I'm just gonna blend that into the deep crease here and bring it up a little bit so that these two colors meet in the middle somewhere. Very disheveled, guys. I don't know where my brush cleaner is, and I don't know where my shadow switch is. Like, my whole station's really jacked up since I did the freaking painting video, and I don't know where I put everything, so I'm really, really sorry. Okay, and just using circular motions, I'm gonna blend this into my socket and a little bit above. Just take your time, because greens are tricky and they can get patchy, so these seem to be nice though. I think I should be using a smaller brush, TBH. This is the number 6 from the rose gold, you know. Pretty. Like, pretty and grungy. But I feel like it's gonna look less gross and scary once we get that lid shade on. This is just like like an alternative to like a forest green look. Like I feel like when everyone thinks of holiday looks, it's either like gold shimmery eyes or like forest green, red lips. So I figured let me try something with more olivey tones, just as like, you know, something a little different. I love army green and olive green, so I just wanted to play with this palette because I really haven't gotten to touch the greens on my eyes yet. So just having a good old time. I want to use the black, but I'm afraid because it's so pitch black, it's going to just take over all the green. So I'm a little scared to do that. But I'm just going to keep building this green up to where I want it for a little bit. So just watch me blend, do my thing. If I speed this up or I cut it out, whatever. I think I'm going to go back in with the Mochi shade, the first one we used. Just a little bit. See if we can blend this out. I feel like this look you have to wear with something like very neutral, like all black or like all cream, and just like really, I mean probably all black honestly, to be honest, if you want to have a moment. But I always feel like when it comes to holiday makeup, people want to do like 5 things, myself included. I am completely guilty of this. Like I'll want to wear a big blown out eye look and then red lipstick on top of it, and it's just like too much. So just pick if you're going to be top heavy with your eyes or with your lips, and just keep it like simple and neutral golds on your eyes. I am going to now go in, this is scary, I'm going to be as light-handed as humanly possible, or at least for myself, because I am a rough ass biatch. And I'm going to take the Morphe M506, this is a little small tapered blender. I'm going to add the tiniest bit of black onto the edge of that, and also mix in a little bit of Leo as well, just to soften it. I will say that these shades do have a bit of kick up, but I don't really mind that much. I'm just going to make this really smoky so that when we cut the crease, we still see the darkness. I think we're good to go to start cutting the crease. So I think I'm going to do a half cut crease. You know, you guys have seen me cut my crease before. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to take this little Morphe M508 smudge brush and begin to cut my crease. Just going to take my usual concealer, cut my crease. I like to saturate both sides of the brush too, so that when you've used all product on one side, you can flip it over and use the concealer on the other side without having to go back. Bruh. Wow, man, I'm telling you guys, if you are not good at something with makeup, practice it, and you will literally see the time it takes you to do something cut in half. I remember when I was like, oh, my eyes are too deep set to do a cut crease, like it's just never gonna work, that sucks. Like, no, practice. I learned I had to go above my natural fold, and I freaking slayed that shit. I don't have any setting spray with me currently. Let me go grab some just to have in case we'll need it, and I will be right back, and we're gonna throw on the lid shade. I'm back, got my Catrice setting spray. I'm going to take Dirty Money. I'm going to take my smudger brush, put some Dirty Money on there, spray my brush. Oh. And I'm gonna start packing that on. Oh, this goes on nice. Hold on. Okay. Interesting. I needed to wash my hand before I started using my finger to put on makeup. And let me say, in the bathroom, this looks, look at that. Can you see? Man, that's how shimmery it looked. And it, oh yeah. Oh yeah, finger is the, look at that. Can you see the difference? finger. 1000% the way to go with these, in my personal opinion. Disco Magic on your eyes. I need some studio lights to like get out of the way. Hold on. Can you see the sparkle here? Like, I'm trying to not blind myself, but Carrie, I know you're watching this and you're gonna get mad at me for saying this. This is like, this color speaks to my Taurus soul. I'm not like crunchy granola earthy, but when it comes to like earthy colors, I'm obsessed with greens. Carrie hates when I talk about astrology, and most men do, and I understand. It's just fascinating to me. Whatever, haters gonna hate. Now I'm gonna take more of the Leo shade that's in the crease here on this Real Techniques, this Instapot brush that I freaking use in every video. And I'm going to blend where our cut crease stops. I'm gonna blend the Leo shade into that so it looks like it fades out naturally. Alright, I'm slowly adding in some of that black. And I'm mixing it with the Leo shade just so I don't go too crazy with the black. Ooh, girl. And now I'm just gonna mimic what we did on the top on the bottom lash line. I'm gonna go in with Leo first. Take that on. I use the smudge brush for my lower lash line. It works really well for me. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna go back into that mustard shade, Mochi, and run that a little bit lower to blend those two colors together. Okay, so I'm just taking my little Physicians Formula shimmer brick, and I'm just using some of the golder tones here, like this one and that one, mixing them and putting that on my inner corner. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter. Why am I doing this side? No idea. I think for the hell of it, to be jazzy for the holiday, I'm going to take this probably expired Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in the shade Midnight Cowboy, fan favorite. I'm gonna do a little bit of glitter on the corner, just for a little bit of pop. Can we even see that? Probably barely, fine. Maybe we'll drag it under our eye a little bit right here. Alright, so what I'm going to do my other eye and put on my liner and my lashes, and I will come back and we'll finish up the face and choose a lip. So give me a sec and I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, boys and girls, your hostess with the mostest is back. I said that, you know, if you're gonna do heavy eyes, you should probably do like a nice neutral lip, and then here I am with a dark lip too, because I had no idea what color to put on. So this is how the eyes turned out. A little sparkle on the inside, some greens that you don't normally see, and I think it looks pretty cool. Some dramatic lashes as usual. They're on pretty wonkily. Sorry about that, but I'm gonna rip all this off when I'm done this anyway. So I put on some black gel liner, my Maybelline Eyestudio. My lashes are my Ardell Mega Volume 252s, very dramatic. And my lip combo is my LA Girl Perfect Precision Pencil in Sugar and Spice, and the ColourPop lippy sticks in Girl Gang. And then to tone it down just a little bit, I added the e.l.f. lip lacquer in Natural. And I think I'm just gonna throw on a little bit of blush because we really have a freaking lot going on right now. So I'm going to take my BH Nude Blush palette, and I'm just gonna use something really light, I think. I'm gonna go into this one right here. And I'm using my Cara K32 brush. Put some on my nose sometimes too, just to give you that like, just came out of the cold, little bitten look. And as usual, shaking my Catrice Dewy Glow Setting Spray and spraying my face. let me just say I love how the eyes turned out. I know that not everyone is going to go towards these shades, but I think it came out really pretty, and I'm glad that these two palettes really complemented each other so nicely, and I knew that they would. They're both worth the money. These are not cheap palettes. The Gemini palette is $58 and the Dose of Colors one I believe was $55. Splurges, I know, but for eyeshadows, they're usually the one thing I will splurge on in my makeup collection because you have them for a very long time. Here's the finished look. I hope you guys like how this green, grungy, could be holiday, Grinch inspired eye look came out, and I hope it makes you want to play with some greens. I know greens can be really intimidating and look really non-wearable, but I like playing with different colors and trying some different things. So I just wanted to play around with these palettes and I felt like they would look good together. I hope you liked this Grinch green inspired look. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. Please come back, turn the notification bell on so you know every single time that I upload. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!